Javon and I have been reading a book about black cowboys. I didn't even know there were black cowboys.
Yeah, lots of the first cowboys and cowgirls in America were black. Check it out.
Well, black cowboy culture is getting the attention it deserves in a brand new episode of the Emmy-nominated PBS kids series, Alma's Way.
Aisha McElroy is joining us here on Houston Live. We know representation matters on this show, but why is that so important? Why was that so important to you and when you started the Black Cowboy Coalition?
Well, it wasn't until I was around 30 years old where my grandfather shared with me the history of our family being involved in ranching and farming. It was just fascinating to learn all this history that had been kind of covered up. Just that they had been so immersed in the agricultural space. My grandfather shared that in the late 1800s, early 1900s, they were cattle drivers, and my family had the Cadillacs of horse and buggies.
You're holding this information and then PBS reaches out to you. How did that happen?
I was grateful for the opportunity. It was so much fun. When they reached out to me, they said, hey, we want you to be a part of a series. And I said, okay, let's do it. And it's just so amazing to see Cowboy Howard coming to life. It's amazing.
This series, in case you're not familiar, was created by Sonia Manzano, who many of us know as Maria from Sesame Street. We grew up watching her. And this series touches on culture, identity.
Cowboy Howard, he talks about embodying the cowboy spirit. It does take a lot of hard work and effort to be a cowboy. It's not just, put on a cowboy hat and I look cute and I'm going outside and I'm going to go get on a horse. No, it takes hard work and effort. And also embodying that spirit of caring for others, caring for animals, and just caring for your community as a whole.
And that's really what your role was, right? Making sure that it wasn't about stereotypes, putting on a cowboy hat, but really being authentic.
Absolutely. And kudos to the production team and the writers, because they listened to everything, picking out the character for Mr. Reeves. They had these characters that didn't look authentic to, the cowboys that we see on a day-to-day basis. And I pushed back and said, hey, how about we look at this character? Or how about we look at this design in this clothes? Or how about we say this instead of that? They were very receptive, and I'm so grateful.
And Aisha, we're grateful that you have made it your mission to tell these stories.